Hi, welcome to another episode of Coding Class with MasterHun. This is Season 0, Episode 15, and today we're going to cover what is a function. This is my definition of function, and it's similar to other definitions. A function is a block of code that does one job. I'm going to repeat that. A function is a block of code that does one job. So why are functions useful? What are the advantages? The main advantage is instead of writing the same lines of code over and over and over, the coder only has to code it one time, and then he or she can call that same block of code as many times as they want without having to rewrite the same lines of code over and over and over again. Again, a function is a block of code that does one job. Okay, so I have pythontutor.com in a tab here, and I've already coded two examples of a function. So if we look at line 8, I'm using, in Python, we use the def keyword, DEF, def for define, to define a function, def. And then, so we need to use that keyword to define a function. And I defined a very simple function, func yo3. And then how does Python know anything is a function? It has parentheses, okay? So we have def, the keyword def, we have the function name, we have parentheses. Some functions will have nothing in the parentheses, some functions will have one or two or more parameters, inputs in between these parentheses. And of course, when we define a function, define a block of code, we're always going to have a colon. And then inside, indented, we're going to have our block of code. And this block of code is only one print statement. All it does is say it prints yo, yo, yo. And how do we call a function? We have to type the function name, right? We're calling the function here, line 10. We're calling the function func yo3, and then we have to put in the parentheses. And on line 11, I'm calling the function again, same function. And line 12, I'm calling the same function again. Okay? And then this is where we start. We start here, okay? Starting here. And then we'll see the output here in this area. Okay, so let's go. So we start at line 8. Now here we're creating the function inside of the memory, computer's memory. Okay, now we're called a function, func yo3, so we're going up to here. The definition of function, so the code knows what to do. Okay, it's going to this block start. It's going to start on the first line in the block inside the function, and then it returns nothing, but it does execute the block of code, which is only one print statement. And so now we go to line 11. We're calling the function again, and if we follow the red arrow, you can see it's going back to the function definition, so it knows what to do. Okay, now it's going to start executing that block of code, which is, in this case, only one line of code. And we have now our second line of output, yo, yo, yo. Okay, now we're almost done. Now we're going to line 12. We're calling the function again, same function. It's going to go back up to the function definition, which matches the names match, right? Func yo3, func yo3. And now it's going to execute that block of code, right? And we're done. So the output was yo, 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 yo. Okay. So again, we use the def keyword. If we look at line 8, we use the def keyword to define a function. We have to define the function first. We have to give the function a name, a unique name. Then we have So this would be the function header actually. Then we have the parentheses, colon, and then we indent, and then we have the block of the function, the block of code that's going to execute. And this function does not return anything, does not take any information, and does not return any information. Okay. Okay, we're going to go back to the editor, and I'm going to just get rid of all this stuff. Okay, and I'm going to now I'm going to show you a function that actually actually takes input. That takes input. Doesn't return anything, but it does take input. It takes in a string, one string. Okay, so that's our okay. So again, we have the def keyword, we have the function name, func yo name, and this is now inside the parentheses. We have a parameter name. Okay, again, it's just a placeholder, right? So just a placeholder. And so, and the block of code is just one line code. It prints yo 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 plus concatenate, and we concatenate a space. And then we concatenate the name, okay? The name here, and then that name, that string that we're going to give it is going to come over here, okay? Now when we call the function, we have to use the function name, but now this time we're going to send it, we're going to give it an input, okay? We're going to give it the string Sammy, right? Line 4, line 5, we're calling the same function, we're going to give it an input, the string Joey. Line 6, we're calling the same function. We're going to give it an input, Tommy, the string Tommy. Okay, so we're going to go back into the visualizer. We're going to visualize. Okay, so again, we're going to start at line 1. Okay, so we're creating the function inside the memory. We did that. Now we're going to call the function func yo name, and we're sending it. We're giving it the name string Sammy. And so it's going to print out yo 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 plus a space and then the string Sammy. So we're going to see yo yo Sammy. Okay. Right? It's okay. So this is the input. One of the input name is inside the function func yo name function. We've got a name, the parameter name, and this is the argument. Name is the parameter, Sammy is the argument. Okay. It's a little. Sometimes they're used interchangeably, but technically, yes. Name is the parameter, Sammy is the argument. Okay. And then we're going to execute our block of code, which is only one line. And look here, we got it. We got our output here. Yo yo yo, Sammy. But again, although there's an output here, this function actually does not return anything. Okay, keep that in mind. Does not return anything. Okay, now we're going to line 5. We're going to execute the same function. The input is Joey, the string Joey. Okay, we're going back to the function, and we're going to execute that block of code, the same block of code. And now we had yo 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 Sammy. Now we got yo yo Joey. Okay, we're going to execute another line of code, line 6, and now the same function, and we're going to send it the string Tommy. Okay. Okay, see, the parameter name, it now has the string Tommy. Okay, and then now we're going to execute this block of code, which is just one line, and we've got yo 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 Tommy. Okay, and again, this function takes an input, but actually does not return anything. Okay, does not return anything, and we can see right here the return value is none because it hasn't returned anything. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a function that actually takes 2 inputs and returns a sum. Okay, so how do we do that? So we need to use the return keyword. Okay, so we have the def keyword to define the function. Func sum. We want sum, not sum. Func sum, and we're going to take 2 parameters, x and y, okay? And then return the sum of them, okay? We add x and y and return the sum. Okay, so I need to change the name here, right? Change the name here, and I'm going to give it 2 inputs. I'm going to give it 2 inputs, 5 and 6. Okay, and I need to put that inside a print, otherwise we're not going to see anything in the output area. Okay, so I need to put, okay, so here I'm going to put in 14 and 15, and I'm going to change this to, okay, print. Again, I need to print. Oops, func sum. Okay. Okay, so I need to sum. Oops, sum. Let's do, okay. And again, I need to use the print function, otherwise I won't see any output. Okay. Okay, so let's go and execute all that. Okay. So again, I started line 1. We're creating this function inside of memory. Okay. And now I'm going to call this function. Actually, I'm calling the print function, right? I'm calling a function inside a function, right? I created a func sum, right? And then I'm creating inside of that, inside the print function, I'm calling the func sum function, okay? Okay, so the 2 parameters are x and y, and the 2 arguments are 5 and 6. And so it's going to print 11, right? Right, we executed the block of code. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, and then there's a return value, right? I'm sorry. This, right, because we're using the return keyword, now we're actually returning something, okay? The 2 previous functions did not return anything. Although there was output, didn't return anything, okay? So now we have the return value, which is 11, and then when we go to, then we're going to need to print that out, and we printed that out, okay? And the same things for line 5 and 6. We call the function func sum. It's going to pass along these 2 parameters, 14 and 15. I mean 2 arguments there. I switched them up. I mean the parameters. I mean the arguments 14 and 15, which match up to the parameters x and y. Okay, right? X and y are the 2 parameters. 14 and 15 are the 2 arguments. Okay, but if you mix them up, I mean it's natural. A lot of coders will mix them up or use them interchangeably. Okay, but technically x and y are parameters, 14 and 15 are arguments. Okay, and we're going to execute return. We added the function added 14 and 15. It was past 14 and 15. It added 14 and 15. And it got the sum 29. And now we're going to print and output that to the output area. Okay, and finally we do the line 6, again, we passed it to 2 integers, 25 and 25, again, which the parameters are x and y, but the arguments are 25 and 25. Okay, so the sum is obviously 50. Okay, so it's going to add them up and return the value. And here we got the return value here, right? Return value is 50, and then we're going to print that out here. Okay, so today I went over functions, very basic under beginner level, introduction to functions, which is very important in Python and coding in terms of coding concepts is a very important coding concept to understand. Again, a function is a block of code that does one job. Thank you for following along with me in this episode, episode 15. What is a function? I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Bye-bye.